Basically, I love just to try different things. I never seclude myself to just one thing. I love to branch out and try different things. Parkour is getting from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible. My name is Jacob Hwon. I came to Fairleigh Dickinson as a math education major. I have many hobbies. I do magic, I do origami, I yo-yo, I parkour. I personally parkour because I think it's a good way for one, exercise, and it's also a good way to express yourself in a way, because I see it more as free running, which is like a different form of parkour, which is where you still go from point A to point B, but you throw in your own styles or your own techniques. And each person will have different forms of parkour or free running. Like some people will like to flip off things, others will like to vault, so it's really different per person. I started doing parkour because I saw a video on YouTube of people like flipping off buildings and stuff, and I thought that was so cool. And so I just chose to try to do it one day, and it kind of continued from that. Yeah.
You can do it?
I think so.
Okay.
Do it whenever?
Yeah.
Throughout my whole life, I love to like jump off things, climb things. I basically just found something and did something. So like if I found a cool tree or a cool rock, I would climb it. Or if I found like a wall, I tried to vault it or do something off of it. And it kind of just formed into that. At a young age, I was in gymnastics for a year, so I learned how to like flip and tumble and stuff. So that was a good basis for that. But it's a little bit different than gymnastics just because it's a lot more free, I guess you would say, and you basically learn as you go. I also think parkour is, like, in itself, it's a way to challenge yourself. So if you really think about parkour, it's basically what can you do with your body with just what you have. Like, you don't have any gadgets or props, you just have yourself, and your challenge is to do whatever you can with what you have. A lot of things with parkour is the mental aspect of it, because a lot of the things like flipping off buildings or jumping over cliffs, a lot of people could do, but a lot of it's the mental aspect of it, so you have to like psych yourself into it so you actually follow through. Who's the psyching yourself out now? I've been athletic because I played soccer for a long time, so I've always been in shape, but when I was learning to do a backflip off of a tree, or like wall flip, just that mental aspect, like you could hurt yourself if you go wrong. You have to overcome that in order to do different obstacles. My family was a big aspect on it because, one, they allowed me to take gymnastics when I wanted to. They also love to see like when I learned something new, so I always showed them. They always like helped me along with that. They also let me do it because a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're jumping off of buildings! Don't do that! You're gonna die!" But like, yes, they were concerned, but they still let me continue with that. For me, I have a quote that I always live by. It's, if you die trying to fulfill your dreams, then at least you tried. So I always see it as, I don't want to live with regrets, because I don't want to go home at the end of the day and it's like, oh, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I did this. I always try to do everything to the best of my abilities and never let anything hinder that. So I think it's just important for a person to not just focus on one thing, but allow yourself to branch into different areas, and then if you find something you really love, you can focus in on that point. So I really love parkour, so I do that instead of running, because I hate running. And I focus in on magic because I love that, but I can't draw, so I don't draw. So I think it's just important to find what you love and do it.